Hey everybody, Edo here, and today we have another fabulous guest review by Breacher18, who's reviewing Fungi, also known as Morels, this neat little two-player card game. If you don't know, Breacher18.com is a cool game-related reviews media site that also does a lot with advocacy and mental health issues. Very neat site, do check it out. Otherwise, the review. Thanks.
Hi guys, it's Breacher18 and we're going to be looking at Fungi, one of my favourite two-player games. We're going to go for a little journey into the forest. We're going to need a stick to get some mushrooms. We don't need just one or two, but we need 3. Be careful of the poison mushrooms. We're going to need a pan to cook them in. Why not add some butter? Or maybe some cider, but we need to be careful not to run out of room, so we might need a basket to put some extra in. Or what about foraging at night? I hear the mushrooms are extra tasty. Essentially, Fungi is a hand management and a card collection. You'll be collecting groups of 3 or more mushrooms, you'll be cooking them, adding some cider and butter. Basically, the more of these things you get, the more taste points you get. The highest amount of taste points at the end of the game is the winner. So how do we get the mushrooms? Well, you have a forest. It consists of 8 cards. So you have 2 cards in front of the feet. These are easy to get hold of, so you can just take one of them on your turn. If you want anything going deeper into the forest, you're going to need sticks. You get sticks by selling 2 of a kind of mushrooms, and it will have the stick amount on that, and you take that many sticks. Sticks and baskets all go into your play area. Basically, this can be limitless, whereas your hand, you've got a hand limit of 8 cards. You always have to make sure that you don't exceed this. If you want to have more than an 8 card hand limit, you get things called baskets, and you can have as many of these as you want. Every turn, at the end of your turn and the end of the other player's turn, is the cards all shuffle along, and the one at the end drops off into what's called the decay pile. When the decay pile builds up to 4 cards, those 4 cards are then taken and put into a discard pile. So it's constantly changing, constantly moving along. So one minute you'll be thinking about, oh yeah, I've seen that card, I really like that, that's fantastic, yeah, I need that one, oh yeah, I've got 3, I might go for a butter, so that'll get me extra points. Because don't forget, you can only have butter when you've got 4 or more of the same card. If you want to use a cider, you have to have 5 or more of the same card. So you have to constantly think about these little things, but when you're all thinking about these things, the line is constantly moving along. And like before you know it comes to your go and you're like, where's that card that I needed? It's gone, and it's in the decay pile, and the other person has just picked up the decay pile. Or it's in the decay pile, oh, and that's the 4th card in it, they all now go into the discard. So it's constantly testing you on your ability to really manage your hand in the most efficient way possible. And the whole fact that the forest is moving and it goes in through like this whole decay pile really fits the theme of, you know, Fungi, you know, this whole woods. It's very whimsical. You're using sticks to fetch the mushrooms out. And then you can also get night cards, which means you get special mushrooms, which are not those kind of special mushrooms, but special mushrooms that are worth more taste points. You have to have a pan when you want to cook your mushrooms, so that's something you always have to bear in mind. It costs an action to put a pan down. You can only do 1 action per turn. So you either have to put a pan down, choose a card, take the discard pile, or trade some mushrooms in for sticks. So that's Fungi in a nutshell. It's a really quick, easy game to play, and I love it. It's one of my favourite two-player games. There's a lot of back and forth. You can you know, kind of figure out what people are going for sometimes, and you can like, oh, wait for that to get into the discard pile, and you take the discard pile, it's like, no, I needed that. So it's got that element in it. It's definitely one that I would advise. Okay, the theme might not stand out as like, oh, I'm cooking mushrooms in a pan and butter and cider, but the actual game mechanics, the way it kind of goes through, and it's like a conveyor belt, you know, coming along and falling off the end, is fantastic. Really check this out.
And that was Breacher18 reviewing Fungi. Neat little game worth checking out. Otherwise, share, subscribe, all that jazz, but more importantly, play some good games. Thanks. Bye.